Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Motorist dies after confrontation with cop on Windward Road. A man who was shot Sunday during an altercation with a policeman on Windward Road in Kingston has died. The deceased has been identified as 39-year-old Marvin Palmer, otherwise called Bumpy, of Woolden Avenue, Kingston 10. Reports are that about 8:30 a.m., there was an altercation between a taxi driver and another motorist after a minor fender bender at the corner of Mountain View Avenue and Windward Road. The policeman intervened but, despite reportedly identifying himself, was attacked by one of the motorists. He reportedly took evasive action and fatally shot his attacker. The matter was reported to the Independent Commission of Investigations and the Inspectorate of Professional Standards and Oversight Bureau. I am no PNP operative, says taxi boss.
I have never in my life, and I repeat, I have never in my life met with any member of the People's National Party, any minister of the People's National Party, any member of Parliament of the People's National Party. We have never sat in a meeting. The closest I've come to any of them is when I went to Parliament 2 weeks ago. I was privileged to shake the hand of Michael Phillips. Other than that, I have been stigmatized this morning. Sent a message to the Minister of Justice to do something about me because I am an operative of the People's National Party. I am an operative, but I am an operative of the public transportation sector, which I have decided to represent them because they are lacking leadership, lacking transparency, lacking accountability. And I stand in that gap on their behalf. And because of that, I have been set up as one of the worst persons in this country. And it is at that voice tone why this room is not filled today. At this time, Mr. Madden.
Kingston Western Police says 3 wanted men, 14 persons of interest. The Kingston Western Police have listed 3 wanted men and 14 persons of interest who they believe may be able to assist them with ongoing investigations in the division. The police said several attempts have been made to contact them at their known addresses and phone numbers. However, these efforts have failed. The following individuals are to report to the Denham Town Criminal Investigations Branch CIB by 6 p.m. on Tuesday, February 7. Kareem Martin, otherwise called Chubbies, Nakita Campbell, otherwise called Bolo, Stuart Byrne, otherwise called Big, Andrew Barracks, otherwise called Boobs and Rasta, Nicole Waldron, otherwise called Bonup and Bondog, Kemar Jones, otherwise called Kisses, Tory Ball, Damien Walker, otherwise called Shines, Debeen Bryce, otherwise called Dollar Boss, Raheem Bog, Corey Cleary, Kevin Smith, otherwise called Kev, a man known only as Pepper Boy, a man known only as Additionally, the following individuals, who are all of the Arnett Gardens address, have been listed as wanted and are asked to report to the police immediately. Antonique Ellis, otherwise called Nuki, Shadeen Mackenzie, otherwise called Murphy and Philippines, Charles Lundgren, otherwise called Charlie. The Kingston West Police say all 3 men are wanted for murder. The police are urging anyone with information that can assist in locating these persons to contact the Denham Town CIB at 876-948-6443, Crime Stop at 311, the JCF tip line at 811, or the nearest police station. Clarendon man charged with murder of British citizen. A 23-year-old Clarendon man was on Saturday, February 4, charged with the murder of a British man who was visiting Jamaica. Charged is Javon Brown from the parish. He is accused of killing Sean Patterson, who was shot dead in Bow Hall, Montego Bay, St. James on Monday, January 2nd. Reports are that about 12:10 p.m., Patterson was at a guest house when a lone gunman approached him and opened gunfire, hitting him in the upper body. The police were summoned and Patterson was pronounced dead at the hospital. Comprehensive work done by detectives led to Brown's arrest during an operation in Kingston by members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch CTOC. He was later interviewed in the presence of his attorney. He subsequently gave a caution statement. The investigative file was submitted to the Director of Public Prosecution DPP, who recommended that Brown be charged with murder and using a prohibited weapon to commit murder. Brown's court date is being arranged. Todd's highlights other aspects of new Road Traffic Act which need amendment. The Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services Stance has highlighted other aspects of the new Road Traffic Act which need to be amended. It comes after Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced a review of the aspect of the Act relating to motorists having a child restraint system in the vehicle. Todd stated that the stipulation that owners of motor vehicles should pay traffic ticket fines even if they were not driving the vehicle at the time of the offense that was committed also need to be addressed. Speaking during a town hall consultation on the new Road Traffic Act in Kingston on Sunday, legal advisor of Todd's, Andrea Moore Phillips, said other rules under the Act need to be reviewed, such as the failure to comply with other traffic sign offense. Mrs. Moore Phillips further stated the absence of designated areas for taxis to stop, and this, she says, is also an issue.
There is one particular part of the Act and regulation which I believe is still an oversight that needs to be addressed. The matter of fail to comply with other traffic signs. I've had the opportunity to look at transport operator, taxi operator, who has had over 40 tickets that says fail to comply with other traffic signs. What does that mean? What does that mean? You have a stop sign, you have the traffic light. What does that mean? Therefore, there could be an abuse of this particular section, and multiple tickets are offered, or I should say not offered, but given to a transport operator, and he knows not what that is for. He looks at it and see when he gets the printout, so many of them, and yet he doesn't know what it is for. We have to be specific so that persons can say, yes, I committed this, or no, I committed this speeding. I don't know what this failure to pay other traffic sign is, and therefore I'm going to court to contest it. There is this other vexed issue where the taxis have no traffic stand stopped along the route. When you are stopping a taxi operator on a main road, and he is quote unquote obstructing traffic, how does one know where to stop? How does one know what is legally acceptable as to where a traffic taxi operator should stop? This needs to be addressed. And therefore, these are the critical areas that I have observed through Todd's seeking my assistance that we need immediately.
Heart NSTA Trust urges acquiring of skills to avoid unemployment in technical era. Managing Director of the Heart NSTA Trust, Dr. Tanisha Inlington, is calling on citizens to do more to equip themselves with a skill so they will not be left jobless as the technological era grows. Dr. Tanisha made the appeal by delivering her address at a church service to mark the start of Career Awareness Week. Career Awareness Week is being observed on today, February 6, through to Saturday, February 11. According to Dr. Inlington, studies show that by 2034, a number of employment positions will be taken up by machines. Among those who will be affected are cashiers, drivers of delivery vehicles, telemarketers, restaurant cooks, janitorial staff, hotel clerk, and others. She said 90% of all jobs will require the use of a computer. Dr. Tanisha encouraged persons to ensure that they receive a form of training or skill after completing secondary education.
So telemarketers, 98% of them will be automated. Cashiers, 97% of cashiers will no longer be needed. So we'll only have 3% of cashiers operating in the Jamaican space. So if you're doing that now, you know that you need to do something tomorrow morning. Delivery drivers, 98% will be automated. Restaurant cooks, 96% will be automated. Janitorial staff will go. Hotel clerks will go. Machinists will go. 60% of students now in secondary school will work in jobs that do not yet exist. Nearly 4 out of every 5 jobs will be in the service industry. And 90% of all jobs in the 21st century will require some knowledge of computers. And so, you can't say you didn't hear the statistics, and you need to get ready and do something. Many jobs will require persons to have some training or education after school. So you can't stay where you are. and the need for unskilled workers is declining, while the demand for skilled personnel is increasing. If you have a skill, it will pay the bill. You do not have to wait on any government or any employer to pay you on the 25th of any month when you have a skill.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell